the upper bracket quarterfinals of the 2026 Winter Map Rando Tournament, Super Metroid. I'm D Rocky Lizard, joined by Derp and the always reliable Rubu on the tracking. This will be a good one. This is, I believe, the 4th seeded Nitro up against the 12th seeded Sponge, who has been sort of an underdog. At least compared to the top seeds, having beaten Lynx on the way and hoping to make an underdog run of his own this year. So Derp is joining me, who made a similarly underdog run to, I believe, the semifinals last year. How are you doing, Derp?
I'm doing pretty good. I think this is actually really interesting. It's an interesting race because both of these runners are actually really big grinders. Nitro's always been one of the biggest. He's always done some of the most practiced races across multiple different randomizers. And Sponge, I don't know if he has the most recorded races this season for Map Rando. I think that's still
up there.
But Sponge is up there. So two really big grinders. I think that's exciting to watch. Two people who are probably prepared more than some of the rest to handle some of these weird situations. We'll see if those end up coming up in this series. Looks like we got a nice situation, though. Nice early map, both can grab.
Yeah, so this will be less of a blinding start and more of a who can recognize the map quicker and make the progressions and calculations in their head the quickest. And already got a nice little lawnmower beam going on here. You don't usually see plasma or a filler item as your first major that you pick up. So maybe this might not be a filler. It might be necessary in some respect here.
Sorry, I disconnected for a second there. But yeah, usually the game tries to place plasma after placing Spazer. So I wonder if this plasma is going to be used for anything. Oh, well, there it is. There's a plasma
Pirates. Yeah, that's a funny progression that you don't normally see in a step 1 or step 2.
We got some synced spiky acid snakes space jumps going on. Which, speaking of which, we started with a space jump. So why don't you tell us about everything going on there?
Yeah, Sponge wanted to start with space, so he chose space, and Nitro. It seemed like to Sponge's non-surprise that he picked Wave. I don't know if Nitro tends to pick Wave in the item draft.
Nitro has picked Wave every time they've done item draft.
Okay. Well,
so Nitro also banned bombs, another thing he's been doing every time.
Yeah, not sure if that means that he... Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. So he banned bombs, and then Sponge banned... No, Sponge banned bombs, and then Nitro banned...
Nitro banned bombs. He's talked about it before. He doesn't want to do any fancy bomb jumps, especially against other good runners who are potentially, like an Eddie, who can do some of the really fancy bomb jump tricks to save time.
HBJs, yeah. But it's funny, like all these top runners, they all have, they're very well versed in many aspects. It's funny that they still have one piece of tech that eludes them, and they're using it to take advantage. They're using the item draft to take advantage of kind of hiding that, so to speak. Sponge doing the same thing with the high jump boost because he self-proclaimed not very good at UWJ, which the high jump boost would elect Nitro to be able to do. But he could have also picked Spring Ball, which also would have doubly negated it if they were to find high jump within the progression of the seed very early on.
I was going to say Sponge actually taking a slight lead early on, but did a extra pause there, gave Nitro time to catch up, and there's the high jump. So we might actually see some uwu jumping in this seed. The space jump also helps if they want to get across like a cack alley or something. That makes that one a lot easier.
Sponge still isn't super comfortable with that should the need arise, but I'm fairly confident he would be able to at least eventually get it if he wanted to break logic and if he sees something there that he wants to get to.
Yeah, big commitment for that missile pack, by the way. There is a missile refill you can see on Nitro's screen. There's one right there under the save. So Sponge won't be in a bad situation using this many power bombs, but it's still a pretty far away missile, honestly. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to see if there are any easier missiles to get here. I don't think there are any. So Nitro is probably banking on the fact that you might find supers or regular missiles once he gets into this next zone here. Wait, I forgot what kind of door that was leading into N. Oh, so this is, yeah, okay, so the missile's right here. So it is a bit of a curious pickup for Sponge, but it looks like he's going to...
Yeah, so there was a
Bryn
Bryn
start.
bottom right, and then there's an N top right that Nitro's at. I believe Meridia is to the left as well.
Yeah,
from
single
the starting
chamber.
materia.
Yeah, there's a single chamber there, which isn't the most comfortable on one tank. So it should be interesting to see what the progression dictates that you go to. Nothing really obvious so far, other than the fact that there's power bombs here, or a power bomb block here. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily Sponge found a save at the entrance of Bryn, so that death didn't matter too much. Yeah, a bit of a hub we spawned into, so we will see both runners pick different directions to go, and we'll see which one pays off more.
Could be pirates right here. Nope, yoink. Too early to say which way is better, but it seems that Nitro has a slightly more comfortable go of it with all the different tech runs that Sponge is going through right now.
Yeah, interesting.
Still early days, though.
I wonder if Nitro was looking for Aqueduct there. But the map is top left of Norfair, we saw. So Nitro's headed that way now. So ammo situation is still really awkward. Only one missile left.
Sponge electing to keep the missiles, even though it's a backtrack, because he'd rather just have that backup in case he gets like 2 pink doors in a row or something.
This
Which
could
I think
be
is fine.
Fantoon here for Nitro.
Ooh.
Looks like Sponge is running out of directions to go here in Bryn. Meanwhile,
Yeah. Can you get out of here with a flatly? Oh yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He has high jump.
Sponge is fine.
Yeah, he has high jump and then can just break free.
I'm also interested. Wasn't that a missile bottom right of Bubble Mountain? Nitro opted not to pick it up and is just doing a 5 missile Fantoon fight for fun.
X-ray. Don't know what that would immediately put into logic without speed or ice or anything of the sort.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I don't think it does anything. If we find like the back of, or no, we have power bombs, so like the pre-high jump clip wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's probably just a filler.
Also talking about Aqueduct, if that ever becomes a thing, and you could potentially climb.
Oh, it was Spazer at Bubble Mountain.
Okay.
So that's why Nitro didn't pick it up. It is, believe it or not, Spazer does not do anything for us.
Oh, Sponge unfortunately gets one of the 2 empty slots for items.
That's tough.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to start just trying to go through one of these areas here, whether it's Rising Tides with the heat or the sand hall. Looks like he's going to go now that he has missiles.
This should be... Oh, Nitro missed a missile. I'm pretty sure Fantoon's a missile from death, too.
Oh, he's
really
looking
tough.
pretty red.
Yeah. You don't... It was 1 missile off, too. Nitro's very frustrated with the 5-round Fantoon, but that is kind of the 5 missile fight. In a nutshell, it can go very poorly. There's a lot of heat in this Bryn, as chat points out.
Sponge and Sponge is not getting back from here with the baby, and then oh, he could climb for those. He's thinking about it for a second.
I think he might be doing it here.
Yeah, he wants to be able. He would have to fuel up to get through that heated room and then through Croc Speedway, and so I don't think he'd want to do this quite yet. He might explore the right side. Maybe he can get into and find an E-tank. I was going for it. Okay. So those of you who like X-ray tech, you're about to see some right now.
Meanwhile, Nitro actually getting a little bit trolled. Was really hoping that X would be a super. He's trying to find a super missile in order to get that major behind Mama Turtle.
Yep, looks like that'll have to wait for now.
Yeah, the scary thing about this X-ray climb for Sponge is he has to, like you said, he has to get through a lot to get back safely with the super missile. It's not guaranteed he'll actually be able to keep it.
And that's why I think it would have been good for him to stay at the bottom and look around, because if there's something there at the bottom and it can help him out, he'll have to go down here and then climb back up to avoid the baby. So I thought maybe he'd at least peek it. We don't know what's on the other side of that. The good thing is, though, if he can manage to get through this, the map isn't that far away. It was locked by supers, which he would be able to get right here. So maybe he should probably go to the right just to kind of peek that.
No, this is actually an awkward situation for Nitro. He can't even kill the Metroid because he doesn't have enough missiles on hand.
Oh no! He could use the
can't
power
get
bombs.
back. He can't get past it. Oh, there we go.
He could use power bombs if he wanted to.
It's a very temporary shamble.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite the welcome E-tank for Sponge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So far, I think Nitro has the better path because did this Norfair dead end? If it dead ends, then Sponge will have to come back up this way and go. Well, although I know that the first area is kind of more like a hub because there's like Meridia connecting to it as well, but it's always nice when you can clear bosses out at a dead end, knowing that you don't have to go explore past the area here.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a
Being able to play with map information is also really good. Nitro's appreciated having that, I'm sure. And
yeah.
Sponge has found another new area. Wreck Ship, fittingly, here in Wreck Ship Main Shaft. There are a few more X's below that Nitro can get. He really wants to find a super for that Mama Turtle. But they are not showing up at the moment.
And I
didn't see where the Wreck Ship map was. Did you? I'll assume Sponge knows where he's going. Up and to the right, chat says.
There's those underwater wall jumps. Sorry, my audio went out for a second.
You're good, you're good.
What was that?
I was asking if you saw where the map was, but it is up and right, apparently. And another power bomb for Nitro. He reacted accordingly.
Yeah.
Not happy to see that.
Makes you wonder where the progression supers were, because it certainly wasn't the ones that Sponge picked up.
Yeah, there were a couple more X's here in Norfair that I believe Nitro has access to. I'm kind of surprised he went for this one. Yeah,
this is a lot of exploring for Nitro that Sponge will probably not have to do if he ever gets here, because he'll already have the super missiles. So this is already going to be time, quote unquote, lost for Nitro, unless Sponge decides to go for all those X's.
Oh, is that the map locked behind pants?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh,
I mean, we can X-ray climb this.
Yeah, I don't know if Sponge. Oh, I think he thought about it for a second. The thing is, if this was like Norfair or Brinstar, you might consider that. Now, you obviously don't want to leave like a crucial major behind. I think what you can do is you can save here, and if you want to blind, you can blind. If you want to try the climb, you can climb. But like, getting a save here is good for a revert in case you get stuck in a one way or way far off.
I mean,
Well,
Sponge
maybe
has been doing everything blind so far, so
yeah.
Wreck Ship's pretty small. Good chance you can find everything
Yeah.
on the map. So
Oh,
this is looking rough.
yeah, it's getting worse and worse.
There's a good chance this Mama Turtle is progression, I feel, for Nitro. Just because
Couple majors, right?
we've seen so many of the non-progression items. Like we've seen Spazer, X-Ray.
Yep. Avaria, maybe?
That's probably
Um,
not going to get us anything.
yeah. Oh,
There
this
is
is
a
worth
major here.
charge.
It's a good
Oh,
one.
so he might. Can you do it with three
You can
tanks?
absolutely do this fight if you're full health. Sponge can get that charge and kill GT with his
Three
health.
tanks, yeah. Oh wait, does this loop around?
It does.
Oh,
Oh
that's
wait,
actually
this is
pretty
the bottom,
big.
right? I guess it would
Yeah,
have to be.
maybe pants led to climb or something.
No, that links to Pants, the vanilla escape.
Oh,
Say not what Sponge wants to see, Mother Brain here. But Charge Beam also being here is interesting.
yeah. I don't think you revert. Or I don't think you leave it without doing anything here. I think you get the charge here, and then you can go ahead and leave. I think he
Well,
wants this major.
there was a Croc at the top guarding a major as well.
Yeah, he
So
wants this major.
I don't think that can be Varia. I don't actually know how many tanks puts GT in logic, or if you need a Varia suit to do that fight.
He hasn't skipped, but what did he do to get around BT that would that would force him to go through BT and logic? Because I think this could be Varia, right?
I guess the logic could just be get enough ammo for Croc for Varia, and then that gets you charged.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Because 15, you're right. Because it's not going to be charged that dictates that you can do Croc, because it would assume that you've beaten GT. So yeah, I think if it's progression at all, it's because of the missile count that you would have picked up over the course of the seed.
Looks like Sponge is not going to get that charge yet. Going to go for this 15-5 Croc fight, which could get sketchy.
So
You're going to want Croc to give you at least one farm cycle doing this, but
so this might end up being really good for Sponge, better than what he might realize, because he doesn't know that that's not going to be Spazer or bombs. So this could potentially be pretty good for him, because, like you said, we're getting to the point where we're just eliminating a lot of the filler items.
yeah, what items are left? So we've seen Charge, we've seen Spazer.
Bring the suits, grapple, speed, and
Nitro has grapple. He found it at a Sky Missile
okay, well,
in West Ocean.
oh,
So that's basically the worst outcome for Sponge.
yeah.
Although, I guess Screw is probably worse in this situation. Because Spring Ball opens up some suitless stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It depends. Like if you have like pillars or something. But yeah, I like this play. I just unfortunate for him. I think he got a little bit unlucky here.
Yeah, and then there are two majors over here on the right side of Norfair for Nitro, and we know one of them at least is going to be speed or a suit. And that is going to be very valuable for Nitro.
Oh yeah, because now there's only 3 more majors that we're unaware of.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if we get 2 good ones, or
Gravity.
if we do find Screw Attack over here.
Oh,
And it looks like the answer is both, because we got a double here. Okay.
oh, okay. Well, that's pretty big.
Yeah, so there's a suit at bowling for Nitro. That's the last major. Actually,
No.
I think the major in bowling was speed locked, so that speed opens it up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't even process that.
Okay, so this will eliminate the ammo hunt for Sponge. Nitro, I imagine, is not going to be looking for many more majors after this, unless he sees it. Like, he can kind of start narrowing things down. I guess there's still X-ray. Oh, that's big. Oh wait, no. Sponge has X-ray. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was. I think that was the item across East Ocean.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if he knows that he can do this. I'm sure he does. Like, he knows more than I do about this.
And I think Nitro is not getting gravity. Unless the map was weirder than I thought. Maybe I missed
Yeah,
something.
that would. Oh, nice sponge. Yeah, that would be fairly interesting if he were to do that.
I mean, he has ice and grapple. Most suitless things are doable for Nitro. So you can also do all those ooh jumps.
Yeah, but it's just so slow. I don't know. That's an interesting call. I think. I don't know. I'm sure you would have gone for it. Um,
I
but
absolutely would have gone for it, but
maybe.
it doesn't look like he's going to be punished though. We're still looking for Kraid and Ridley, right? Those are somewhere in Bryn or
Yeah.
Meridia or
Yep.
something that shoots off of those. We still have Turian outstanding, I believe. Good fight for Sponge, by the way. You see, like, that fight is over so quickly with Plasma.
Yeah, he didn't even have ice.
Oh no, we are getting gravity. It was just a really awkward path to get there. I wonder if
Okay.
that was even faster than. I think just going down bowling would have been faster for Nitro. That's okay.
That's really funny. Yeah.
Like just doing the cutscene.
He'd be able to stretch, get a snack.
Okay, so we are getting gravity. I don't know if Nitro is happy about getting it, but it still could pay off. There's still a lot of water rooms outstanding.
So we still don't have the Bryn map here. I suspect Sponge might be going for it now. Just to kind of see what's going on with the boss situation.
Yeah, where was the
See a
map
little
in Bryn?
bit. Yeah. So he's gonna jump down here and get the map.
Oh, was it like super locked?
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
Even more inconvenient. Got the aqueduct that Sponge does not have a good way to deal with.
Yeah, he'll have to
No gravity,
he'll
no
likely have to
grapple.
climb Gary to get back up.
No speed. Nope. There's
Ridley's
a Ridley all the way
there.
on the right. There's the ship. Gonna be a fairly short escape. And then Kraid and Turian? Or Meridia? We still haven't seen him.
Yeah. The thing is, Sponge does have to go back up.
Mhm.
And he doesn't know two of the bosses, and with Meridia and was that Norfair up there? It's quite the it would be quite the gamble to leave those two areas behind and just like stay in Turian. But I think he's gonna go to Turian first.
This
here.
is Varia, by the way. This major here.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be good for Sponge.
Yeah.
A little bit of a pain to get, but
Base.
I'm sure Sponge will appreciate what he finds.
Yep.
So, in theory, if Kraid is in Turian, Sponge will have to get the map there. But if he kills Kraid and then goes to Norfair, the map was pretty close, and he would be able to skip all of the Norfair exploration that Nitro did.
Right, because he's good with ammo, too. Like,
oh my goodness, Nitro! See the eyebrow raise of the 2 HP.
then again, you see how fast the gravity just makes him able to traverse through everything. But yeah, the HP is a little. He's about to get double suit here, maybe.
I don't know what else Nitro would do other than go for this close major.
Yeah.
Oh, Sponge also has to do some fun things to get up this room.
Come on, you can do a double springball jump. There we go. I think that's good enough. Yeah.
Looks good. Yeah, Nitro won't have to worry about that at all.
So I still think, even though Nitro is going to do the ammo hunt, because I believe he's going to go into Turian next.
I don't know if he is. I think Nitro might be committed to finding Charge with how many items he's found. There's so few left. I wouldn't be surprised if he just chases every major.
Every major he sees.
Yeah. With 5
Yeah,
supers as well, unless there's just a huge cache of X's somewhere in Turian. Which could happen.
Sure. Okay, so they both have good pivot saves. Should Turian prove to be a bust, but obviously Nitro will be able to figure this out much quicker than Sponge by virtue of just having gravity. Oh yeah, so he's already in Turian now. He's gonna catch up to him pretty quickly.
Yeah, this room here, the pre-halfy room.
Yeah, pre-halfy. Yeah.
Nitro is going to do a lot of catching up. You saw how long it took Sponge to get through. Nitro just runs through it with gravity and speed.
Yeah.
And look at that, we're in the exact same spot.
Yep. The great equalizer. I was going Seppi.
The answer chat, Ridley and the ship are both
Ooh, he can
on
do
the
this.
far right
He
side.
can do this.
Yeah, Sponge
So
can
this
do
will
this.
save-
Nitro actually can't. So
Yeah,
that's
he'll save some time here.
Well, looks like Nitro's just going to go around.
He actually might get there faster.
It's looking that way. Oh, this is epic.
That's really funny.
But anyways, Ridley and Ship are both on the far right side of Bryn. And then Wreck Ship with Mother Brain is at the top of Bryn. So pretty much everything except Kraid is all in one little area there.
Yep.
So I believe Dre was on the other side of Wreck Ship, right? We said?
Yeah. So they'll just tackle Dre on the way to Mother Brain here. So coming back from Norfair, was Bryn like closer? I guess Meridia was kind of way out there on the left side.
Yeah, because Bryn was straight below Norfair, and Meridia
Okay.
was all the way on the other side.
Right.
So that's why Nitro went here first.
Okay. Are they close to the map? Okay, there we go. I was like,
I knew it was
Boxwood was
somewhere
pretty
over
close
here.
to the map.
And there is no Kraid.
Oh, there's a Bryn. Sponge can get there with a double spring ball jump in Everest, but Nitro is just gonna go ahead and just space up there.
Did we get
Oh,
anything
gonna-
valuable here? I'm kind of surprised Nitro isn't also resetting out.
I think he's gonna go
Sponge
through Bryn Star up by Everest and then just go that way.
Maybe that's faster, actually, because he's got gravity, so he can actually go through these rooms
Yeah.
quickly, unlike Sponge, who just wanted to get out of the area with 20 water rooms as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's bad. All right. So, like I said, the way out would have been a double spring ball jump, which I think he can do.
Yeah, this leads to
But
Croc
that-
Speedway. Chat
But
is
that does
correct.
give us the answer that Kraid is in Meridia. Oh, okay. So this would have been a speed lock for Sponge if you were to come through this way.
Yeah, so resetting to the other Brinstar entrance made more sense for
Yep.
Sponge, because that was his only option to get out.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the entrance was Croc Speedway.
Hmm.
I can never get this tech down. For some reason, I try to do the bouncy ball thing up on Gary, and he keeps hitting me.
You have
just-
to have high jump. If you don't have high jump, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I do, and for some reason, it's just some weird thing with that. I just elect to just jump on it and turn and do what you traditionally do with high jump. What is this? X-ray?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
once
so
Nitro
he's
gets
doing
charged, the
Is he
X-ray
gonna
will
go
actually help
to-
the still has Dre.
Yeah, is he going to go to Rex ship?
Looks that way. I wonder if he saw the Ridley. I guess he can't even fight Ridley yet, so. I'm sure Nitro knows that Ridley is all the way on the other side of Bryn.
You don't stick with your philosophy of like 2-minute map times without. Okay, so he's gonna go to Rex ship first, which, as we know, is not the right play because.
I mean, I would say it's the right play. He gets charge out of it.
Well, yeah, but that's true. But he was closer to Meridia, and then he could go to. But I mean, I guess he doesn't know that where the bosses are yet. He still doesn't know where Dragon and Kraid and Mother Brain are. So I guess it makes sense. But he will have to come back to Meridia as well. And Sponge is gonna do Norfair, I guess, in the meantime.
Yeah. Gonna get that Fantoon. And
yeah.
Yeah, once he gets to the map, I would like to see him just leave Norfair, not try to go for some of these further majors that Nitro spent all that time with.
Right,
with
because
Large area, and he's already seen most of the water rooms. So like going for that massive trek for gravity that Nitro did is not really gonna give Sponge all that much.
the only two things that I think would be good for him to have would be who's playing soccer with Gary. Would be ice for a Zeb skip, and we still don't know if Kraid is speed locked.
That is true. I don't think we've seen Frog Speedway.
With that said, I don't think you tailor your gameplay around going through all those majors, right? I think at this point Sponge probably thinks he's behind, so he just has to wing it. My assumption.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, you kind of have to play for things to work out, just in general, but especially if you're feeling behind, which I would imagine Sponge does. You know, going all the way to the Mother Brain location first, and
then backtracking. Yeah. So it should also be interesting to see what Nitro's reaction is to all this once he discovered what Rex ship is. If he's like happy about it, or if he's like annoyed that he has to go back to Meridia. But I mean, your odds aren't very good that.
Okay, Nitro can just do pants, so this isn't even an obstacle. We don't have to do the adventure that Sponge did.
Yep.
So we'll get the map. He'll see. I think the closest major is going to be GT. And then from there, Nitro's just go mode. Both suits, full beam.
So for him, this is a 50-50 on if it's spring or charge. Oh, well, there's both of them. I wonder which one. He'll probably go to GT first.
Yeah, I think GT is the closer one.
Yeah. Also, a very quick kill from Sponge. I'm assuming he just microwave Fantoon.
I mean, the fight's already over,
much
so
quicker.
That looks like it.
Much quicker than Nitro's fight with him, obviously. So yeah, I think hopefully he just leaves.
Yeah, go for the close major. I believe that
Bombs.
was bombs. That kind of sucks, but
yeah. I mean, you would, right? I think. Well, I don't know. I have to put myself in the role of someone who's up against Nitro, who regularly posts very good times. So you kind of have to play your game that way. Much different from a lobby.
Mm-hmm. The only argument I can think of to check more majors is something that chat's pointed out. You don't have a Zeb skip yet, and so that could make Mother Brain kind of awkward. I think there was a full refill station somewhere near the entrance of Mother Brain, so that makes it a little more enticing to skip. But
yeah, and the thing that sucks about that is that you don't have enough ammo to just break the Zebs, or all of them. So he would have to refill multiple times to even get to the Mother Brain one.
Yeah, you'd have to do 2 refills, I think.
Sounds about right.
Ammo, assuming Sponge doesn't find any more X's, which is, I think, a little unlikely. Though he's not grabbing any of the ones here.
Yeah. Well, as we know, that this is a good play. We still have a lot of the mystery of Meridia. I do actually think that Nitro is still in the lead here because he's going to get to Meridia pretty quickly here.
Yeah, I think. I mean, Sponge is gonna get to Meridia first,
Mhm.
but I think the gravity might be too much. It's fairly close though.
Yeah, and then keep
Closer
in
than
mind, Sponge
Tears.
still has to beat Dragon, and
Yeah, the Dragon fight plus the end game situation with the ammo.
yeah.
I think puts Nitro comfortably in the lead, even if he is actually going to be a good amount behind Sponge entering Meridia.
Oh, because he has to go back up into Norfair first.
Looks like Nitro is actually going to fight Ridley first. Or he was at least looking in that direction.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I think this is a little better, but it doesn't really matter either way. Not this way, though.
Oh, wow. That's right into Kraid. I think that's good for Sponge because there's less water movement for him to have to suffer through as opposed to Nitro, who can just go right through it.
Yeah, I mean, that's great news for Sponge, but I don't know if it's going to be enough because Nitro's going to do the same thing, find Kraid, and then immediately bail. Another water room. Nitro's going to get through this way faster. Was this the
Just
fastest
looking
way
at
to
him go. He's
Ridley?
got screw attack, adds up.
Maybe it was the fastest way to Ridley, actually. I think Nitro did a couple pauses looking at this map, so I'll trust the runners. Gravity was at bowling at the far right of Norfair.
Which we would not expect Sponge to get this late in the seed.
Yeah, you can't really go for that one. Even if you're going for like some of the closer majors on the left of Norfair, I don't think there's ever a world Sponge goes for that.
That was probably the farthest one too.
Yeah, and it was speed locked, which Sponge.
Oh yeah,
because the other major room on the right side was the double with screw and speed. Sponge is also on the way to Ridley.
This is fairly close.
Yeah, I mean it's not as close as it looks again, but
I do think the Zeb skip is going to be like it's pretty big.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Sponge is going to find a way to alleviate that.
I mean, that's barely Mother Brain. Oh, if you're good enough, you can get a speed ball here to get you through here, using the Kago room as a launching pad.
That wouldn't have helped Sponge because he doesn't have speed.
Oh,
regrettably,
well, yeah, kind of helps to have speed for that.
Will be difficult to get a speed ball without it. Some would say.
This is also kind of annoying, having to go through Baby. I mean, they have Varia, that's fine, but it's kind of annoying. More annoying for Sponge because he's going to have to fuel up before he gets to Mother Brain. Or Dragon and Mother Brain, I should say. I think they're probably going to get to wreck ship at the same time. But Sponge has slower movement and still has to kill Dragon. Because Nitro's going to
get there
Meridia, kill Kraid, and then just leave.
But again, Mother Brain is too... Well, no, Sponge will get there first by a good amount, but there's still a Dragon to kill. And then the Mother Brain situation. Like, even if Sponge had a Zeb skip, I think he would still be behind.
Yeah, but because like Nitro's like literally one room away from Kraid right now.
True, because it's right at the entrance. It is the entrance to Meridia. I feel like there are a lot of X's in M, by the way. Because we've seen so few.
Yeah.
Joe's not happy to see that crate just right there.
Yeah, he's like, if I had just peeked M. But the thing is, if he peeks M early, he goes all through M to get the map because he doesn't know where all the bosses are. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
think this worked okay for him.
I don't know what the map situation is in Meridia, and I guess we'll never know because there's no reason for either runner to check.
Yeah, they never would have paused. They just get into it and we just see crate immediately.
But if it's not close, then that could have been pretty bad for Nitro. As bad as it feels to just find Kraid there, it's
Yeah.
I think how Nitro played is just the best route for this seed, and you're seeing why with the lead he has currently. Actually, Sponge is going for some of these ammo checks near the ship, so Nitro might get to ship first.
Yep.
With a boss up and gravity and a Zeb skid.
So barely. I did like that we had some route deviation, so we can kind of look and see how the two runs compared. And yeah, although it was slower to get all those majors, I mean, gravity was just the great equalizer there. And then you get a lot of good items like ice that helps you with the Mother Brain fight. Speed for overall movement as well. We see there that Sponge did the best he could with the route he had. So all things considered, it was a well-run seed from him. But like you said, Nitro just got the better. Sponge was telling me he's going to try to will the 50-50 gods towards him, and it seemed to not be the case for him in this one.
Yeah, I'll have to make a couple more sacrifices. It's looking like this is the 50-50 really came up Nitro here, and I know this is something that a lot of runners are and sometimes be frustrated with is seeds like this where the game opens up so early and there's so much divergence and one path is just clearly better than the others.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything that would have tipped Sponge off to think that, okay, we should probably leave Brinstar and just go see what Meridia or Norfair had to offer. I think, getting X-Ray and being able to get these supers pretty much locked him into this region. So, yeah, he's already there. I'm going to guess probably 50 seconds. Not very far.
I was going to say a minute. Because Mother Brain just spits you out into Wreckship main shaft, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you just have to go through a couple rooms to the right. The customary at this point, V2N E-Tank, which leads to the ship. So yeah, we're all around that 1 minute mark here for the guesses. I do think pretty short, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with 50 seconds. Maybe even shorter. I don't know.
I can't visualize the right side of Bryn enough to make an accurate guess.
Yeah, I know Edakun E-Tank is in there somewhere, and I think you skipped the baby room. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Wreckship is already past the baby room, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Let's see. 50 exactly. Look at that.
Yeah.
D-Rocky cooking.
Yep. I get it right every now and then. Much more.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Few and far between, but they do happen.
Couple people in chat got it. Dragonberg, C-Mech, Lord Revis.
Yeah. So you do fall through here because, the top of Edakun E-Tank spits you out into Precious. So you just go up here and then to the right. And I think that leads into V2N E-Tank in the next room, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just hold right, looks like.
Yeah.
And it just takes you right there. Nice and easy escape.
Yeah. You didn't get the cool speed ball that I was alluding to earlier.
I didn't quite get the jump either.
Nor did he land that.
Reset quick.
All right. GG's for Nitro, just as Sponge finishes his last G4 boss. He's probably about 3 minutes behind, 4 minutes behind, give or take, with the fuel. Oh, he
Depends on
no
the
spike.
Zeb skip situation.
Yeah,
Or
that would have
lack
been painful.
thereof. But Nitro
Yeah,
finishing, official time of 43:40. Sponge gonna go ahead and forfeit. Not gonna bother with Mother Brain. That will take us to game 2.
pretty straightforward, quick seed. Your early deviation. One picked the what seems to be objectively better way, and the other one didn't. And that's how that goes when you the great equalizer. If it goes the other way, Sponge goes up top, Nitro goes down. Probably Sponge 1-0. That's how it
I
goes.
mean, there's a lot of things that could have happened if Speed was in one of the spots. Like if that was
Yeah.
in Bryn or Wreck Ship, that makes a huge difference because Nitro doesn't have Grav for the back half of the seed.
Yeah. Just thinking about that gravity. Like if Nitro looks at that, or if he doesn't spike that gravity in in bowling,
I don't know if I'd call
maybe
it
he
a
doesn't.
spike. He was pretty thorough, but
Yeah, that's true. So I think he wanted to make sure he wanted to clean house there, especially with it being early in the seed. So it's understandable. Because then obviously if you get something good like Grav, it just sets you up like this. So GG's to him, GG's to Sponge. We'll take a short break. We'll get game 2 going on. We'll let you guys know as soon as we can what the next game mode should be. Will be. I think that'll be Sponge's pick. Yeah. Short break. I think Sponge is eager to get on with it and make sure that he can get back to it and maybe take this to game 3 as soon as possible. They picked double suit, which means hopefully we get a quick seed or like an easier seed. But as we know, as Derp and I know, sometimes progression in a double suit match can take you to some pretty crazy places. What say you?
yeah, I mean, we saw in game 1 2 very different routes coming from how open the seed was after the early game. You know, spawning in a hub with multiple different paths accessible, and double suit is kind of known for being like that. We'll get our cropping fixed. We uncropped, but only on one side. We have 10 seconds to fix it though, quick. No, but
No
this could
worries.
be.
Watch.
Wouldn't be surprising to
Believe
see
it.
another one-sided affair.
Yep.
And
See,
also
right
wouldn't be
there, just
surprising
in time.
for
See.
just in time. Wouldn't be surprising to see Sponge on the winning end, but we'll see how the 50-50 gods are feeling today.
Yeah. Sponge praying that they'll be in his favor. So the difference here, the funny thing here, to illustrate my point, is that a lot of times, at this point, you would probably turn back
That
a
is
regular
a double
seed, but given that they have the 2 suits, they can easily go across here. Nitro got hit twice, it looks like. But this still hasn't ruled out that we might find something that the first set of progression, like Morph, could be at the top of where they started. So already you can see how there's so many branching paths, and even then we can get across here. So it's a lot in the first minute.
It's just so open. Nitro's probably gonna have to farm these something. Never mind.
So
We're just resetting.
Nitro did not save. His revert takes him a little farther back. So
Yeah, well, Sponge ended up reverting back here anyways, so the not save I think was correct.
But if there's nothing here, Sponge can go back. Oh, well, there you go. Never mind.
Bad news, or good news. We are not going to have to hunt for morph or power bombs or super missiles. We got it all here in the package.
That's actually really nice for this kind of seed, but that does mean that
now it's even more open.
Yeah, the paths just blow wide open. This tells me that Aqueduct is right above them.
Looking that
I
way.
guess Splatoon and E-Tank could be as well.
I imagine Nitro knows that and is now going to go up. Yeah, this looks like an Aqueduct setup. The 2 doors are the 2 top right of Bubble Mountain.
Yep.
Nitro is going to check this item over here.
I would, while you're here.
Yeah, Sponge didn't check the door. Instead, just opted to go straight into Bubble Mountain. It's a charge beam, so we're really getting everything here in this early game.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice...
We'll see when Sponge gets to that. That does put Croc in logic, as chat mentions.
Oh. Not initially Aqueduct. There we go.
There it is. Both of these runners are capable of doing the snail clip, which is not in logic, but at this point you have everything. I don't know how much you care about logic. Both suits charge, both ammo types. You're just looking for items to finish the game.
So you'll get that. You'll get those majors. The question is, will Sponge go back down there to Three Musketeers and get that major, or will he go straight up to Norfair after getting this?
I imagine he gets all the majors in the top right of this area. The bottom left with Croc had 2 majors, one behind Croc, one at Alpha Power Bombs, and then a wrecked ship. So there's a question of, do you want to go for those?
Right.
And if you do that, it kind of pushes you in the direction of going ship first.
I think that's good right there. Yeah.
There we go. And of course, the speed booster would have been nice.
For those who are wondering, with 10 super missiles and just charge, it would take 200 P shots to kill Ridley. Just saying.
I don't think we'll see a 200 P shot Ridley fight.
Please? No.
You'll have to go to the Monday Madness for that.
Yeah.
Both runners having a little bit of trouble with snail clip, which unfortunate, but good that it's happening to both of them, right?
Yeah, Sponge had the same issue thereabouts. I guess Sponge will come and get charge on the way down, probably.
Yeah, another nice close map. This could be Fantoon though, and we haven't found a missile pack. Funny enough.
Yeah, he's probably hoping it's not Fantoon.
No. Okay, it is not. It's a Mother Brain right here. There's a bunch of majors, but they're not easy to get. I guess they're not too far.
So do you go back down to Turian and to I think that was Wreck Ship at the bottom of it, or do you continue on to Bryn?
Oh jeez, I don't know. This is such a weird situation.
Considering what Sponge has, which is he doesn't have charge, and yeah, those majors look pretty awful to get. I mean, it's double suit, so it's not like they're in any danger of dying, which is the time investment.
Yeah, you see Nitro, he's also really thinking with this one. I think those majors are actually more tempting for him because he has charge.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds, because just getting a couple more beams, he can just finish the game, right?
Absolutely. Like, if he gets plasma and ice, then it's like, that's it. You know?
Mm-hmm. But seeing Mother Brain, I think what Nitro's doing is he wants to get all of these items out of Turian, and then is going to go to ship, I guess.
So that's my thinking. I think it dead ends at Wreck Ship. So maybe I think what Nitro might be doing is the right move. Now, we don't know that. Obviously, there are many scenarios in which Wreck Ship is more of the hub to like Criteria and Meridia. But with Norfair and Brinstar up here, I'm inclined to think that the majority of the map is where Sponge is right now.
Yeah, good chance that Bryn is our second hub. As our Meridia, Criteria, or those are the 2 areas, M and C.
I wonder what major Sponge is hoping for the most here. It's probably charge, right?
Yeah. I honestly might have gone back down for charge for Sponge, and then gone back up the tube.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see what super missiles. He might just say heck with the majors. I mean, he'll get these majors here, but there are already a lot of X's in Norfair. If he gets ice and like a couple more super packs, then he probably comfortable with just not really prioritizing charge. That said, he needs ice would be good for him, especially after last seed.
Yeah, Sponge does have speed, to answer chat.
Wave.
There's a wave. Do we see a better beam over here for Nitro? No, but you'll take that. Having high jump with speed is known good thing.
Oh, so these majors have been kind of bait so far.
Yeah, looking that way. The wave is going to be nice, but it's not really. It's not a game changer, right?
Right. It won't be telling Sponge like, oh, I have to get charge. At least not yet. Especially with the 15 supers. I mean, even then, like, not really much. Still need more firepower, you know. Yeah, is this supers? If this is supers,
It's a lot of X's so far. Already
yeah,
20 supers, 10 power bombs for Sponge. Even Nitro's gotten a lot of them too. They were
yeah.
in. A lot of them were in Turian.
One more major up here.
Mhm. I mean, there aren't very many bad majors left. That's a
We're already
space
at that.
Nitro.
Kind of crazy to think that already say that like 9 minutes in, but
I mean, it's double
obviously,
suit, right? You
yeah,
already
having
start with
double
two of
suit.
them.
Yeah, it was funny when we were talking about the item draft concept. There were a lot of people who were like, "Yeah, we're gonna pick X-ray and Spazer." And like, why? Do you really like it that much? And they're like, "No, because what it does is it narrows the item pool, so you know that what you're gonna get is most likely going to be good."
Yeah, you know it's not X-ray or Spazer.
Yeah, and that was an interesting theory I had not thought of.
I think we're kind of seeing not those items specifically, but in general, the item draft meta has kind of gone that way, where both players generally pick lower impact items. Like early on, most people were banning Varia, and if it wasn't banned, it was picked a lot of the time, especially by
Yeah,
some of the lower seeded runners. But as the tournaments progressed, less people want to start with Varia. So it's been more just banning the items you don't want to do tricks with, and then picking whatever relatively tame item you want to grab.
absolutely. Watch your words, too. Look, Spazer's a good beam. It's just you don't have to finish the game with it necessarily, or like a lot of the
No, you
time.
have to finish the game with Spazer.
Oh, okay. You know,
Nitro's actually
for the
going
good
away from the
vibes.
map here in Wreck Ship, by the way.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a boss here. Obviously, that's what
Let's
Nitro
see.
is hoping for, and you can't really leave wrecked ship without being that map there.
The map is to the left. We are going
Yeah,
to
he's
the
going away
right.
from it.
We get our second double save of the seed already. A lot of items, too, but... Well, what
Nothing.
majors are we missing? Is it just Plasma Ice?
Plasma, ice, grapple.
I think it's
I think
just
it's
those
it.
three. Yeah. Because we've seen so many majors, and we
Yeah.
started with two of them again. So...
Okay, so Sponge is just leaving wrecked ship behind, at least for now. I think actually if Nitro were to get like Mother Brain here, that would obviously not
Well,
be
Mother
good.
Brain was in Norfair.
Oh yeah.
There
Okay.
basically has to be a boss here in Wreck Ship.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there
League.
is. That's big. Don't
Yeah,
know when Sponge is going to get back to that.
that's actually pretty huge. Now, Sponge is hoping that Sponge will have to hope that Bryn dead ends, and that there's a boss here too, so that Nitro will have to make his way back.
I mean, I think what Sponge needs to hope for is that the bosses are in... Like, Bryn does connect to Meridia and Criteria, and those two areas have the bosses, so he'll have to explore everything, but so will Nitro, is what
Oh yeah. Oh,
Sponge is
and
hoping
here's
for.
criteria.
Okay, the map is, like, straight up, I believe.
Okay, at this point, I think you go get that map right now. I don't know if he's looking to what he's looking for. Ironically enough, I think he has enough ammo for Kraid too. I mean, not Kraid, but Ridley. He could kill Ridley with this loadout.
Technically, yeah. It's not the most comfortable, but it is doable.
Yeah. You'd have to double hit on a lot.
You'd have to double hit most of your power bombs.
Yeah.
It is very not comfortable, but it is doable. The other bad situation that Nitro could find himself in is a Ridley here in Wreck
Yeah.
Ship that he can't fight.
Well, Nitro can
Either
fight
here or
Ridley
if,
here.
like, if this connects to Meridia, perhaps.
Okay, yeah, but
Which could
but
still
I think
happen.
Nitro would be fine with a fight like this. Double suit, 5 tanks already.
Oh yeah, I guess he has charge, so that's not even that bad. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Sponge moving away from the map here.
Ridley would take a while though, and there's a good chance when Sponge finds it, be able to do Ridley a lot faster.
For sure.
If that was a situation. Well, this is the opposite direction of the map. We want to go right.
I'd like to see Sponge open his map. I'm trying to see where I think the map could be right here. Yep.
Okay.
This could be Fantoon.
And there it is.
But yeah, Sponge took a nice little loop there, and this wreck
This
ship
is an awkward wreck ship, yeah.
kind of a
Also potentially good for Sponge if it's just Kraid here. Sponge can, well,
yeah, because
I don't know, because
was-
Nitro found Kraid on the other side, and I don't know.
yeah, I would say it
do
was
that.
great on the way to the map.
No, not at all. It was the other way. So,
He'll probably have to do the same journey, minus a little bit, because I think Nitro did do a little bit more exploring even then. Oh my god.
what a wonderful area.
That's terrible. Did he
Did
save?
we see all the rooms on the right side? Nitro has a save.
Yeah.
I think it's before Kraid.
But I mean, this is quite a trip. You probably almost just kill Kraid again.
I think I might be tempted to do that as well. But Nitro's gonna walk it back.
Walk of shame.
Walk of shame. I mean, again, the reason I've been saying it so much, having this Kraid is so valuable for Nitro. Depending on how the rest of the map shapes up. Because if you just have to explore every area, it's not that valuable. The Sponge will do it anyways.
That's true too, because if this branches out to to Meridia or something, and Meridia doesn't have any bosses, well, Sponge's still gonna check it. Oh,
There's
they're
all
all
the
here.
bosses. Okay.
Yeah, they're all here.
That
And
also could be significant, given that this criteria was something that Sponge found blind, if you remember.
Yeah, he was on his way to the map in what was the
It was in
film
Bryn.
prior? But the point being is that we have another fairly short seed if well, no, because the thing is Sponge is gonna have to get the map from the area that he came from as well before he goes to Wreck Ship.
Yeah,
I think
he'll
Wreck
have to get
Ship would
Bryn
be-
map, and he's kind of has to check. Oh no, Turian's up here. Turian's in Wreck Ship. No, I'm silly. That was where we started. What area are we missing? Meridia?
We're missing Meridia.
Okay, so that's somewhere in Bryn. Sponge will still have to check it because it could be Kraid. So if that map is awkward, then it could still be rough.
I don't know where Sponge is going right now.
I'm not totally sure either. This isn't the way out. Or, no it is.
I mean, it's a long way around, but you could just go Main Street and then kind of retrace your steps that way. I guess he has to end up down and to the right, so whether he goes down right or right down doesn't matter, but I would have figured Main Street's a quicker drop than the elevator here.
I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Oh. Okay, well this is not too bad. So if he's not sure, there is a save here that can bail him out in case he manages his ammo poorly, but there are a couple missiles along the way that will help him. So I think he'll be fine. Like you said, it won't be the most comfortable thing in the world, but
Where are we going, actually? What is all the way over here?
Ridley.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna go save here, probably do a full refill, Wait, is there? I thought there was a save here.
No, just a lot of missiles.
I wonder if Nitro gets baited by all those majors. I almost wouldn't. If anything, I would want to just get the X's over there. But...
Yeah, I think Nitro might be thinking about X's. I don't know. Was Mother Brain Zeb skippable? I didn't get a great look.
And it's either.
If it is, then I think you're probably skipping these majors and just picking up close X's.
I think Nitro is leaving all of it.
Looks that way.
Yeah.
So that's really big.
Yeah, that's time save.
We'll miss out on Space Spring Ball. We'll miss out on his favorite wave beam. That's kind of tragic.
Yeah. It's tragic.
Alright, so this is not a comfortable Ridley fight for Sponge. Again, a lot of these power bombs are going to have to double hit, and that's a first one missed already.
The extra 15 missiles does help, though. So I tend to average about 300 per power bomb. I assume that your 50% hit rate on the double. So if
once
he
you
does
get into
that,
a pattern like this, I think it's better than 50%, but some of the first couple can be awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, getting him into this manipulation.
Yeah, because Ridley's AI to dodge the powerbomb explosions is really just fly to the center of the room, basically. So if you're laying the powerbomb at the center of the room, Ridley will kind of just chill.
I would
Not
use
really
my
be able to
supers
dodge.
here first, because as he gets more aggressive, he'll start dodging a little bit more, and you don't want to miss supers.
I like to do what Sponge is doing, wait for the phase change, save 15 supers for that. Yeah, Sponge got enough double hits that he's not tight on ammo, so this makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, you got
Weird
a
pattern.
nice little pattern there.
Sponge's handling it well, I say, as Ridley refuses to turn around, of course.
Where's the pogo? There you go.
Ridley still refuses to turn around.
Kind of gets a little annoying here.
A little?
Little doing a lot of heavy lifting in that, yeah, I admit. All right, but I think Ridley is dead now.
Yeah,
Super
Ridley.
dead.
Honestly, Sponge didn't even. Ridley's dead. He's just trolling. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Ridley's dead. Goodness.
So yeah, Nitro's going for this Brinstar map. I think it looked like it was. Now he left. I think he left because he doesn't have a good way to get across X-Ray Hall.
Oh my god. Is this? This is the elevator to Criteria, right?
Yeah, this is pretty big for Nitro.
This is really big.
Yep. Well, it's on the way at least. I don't know.
Was it?
Okay, maybe not. No, because I don't remember Sponge doing this. For a second, I thought he was about to blind into Brinstar the same way that Sponge did. Now, of course, yeah. So he's going to try to get the Brin map here.
Struggling with this short charge. Completely optional. You could have just gone from the bottom.
Yeah, just get the running
jump
start
speed.
here. Right here.
Yeah, like
He just wanted a little bit of swag.
Yeah, almost got it.
Yeah.
There's a Dre down by the B entrance as well. This is looking rather map likely. There's a way out.
Even if there's no Fantoon. There still likes to be maps at this station or at this room just because there's so many rooms.
Power bombs are everywhere. There's the
And if
map.
you
It's actually
saw-
a little awkward because I'm not sure if Nitro will have a clean way to get back up.
If you saw Nitro's expression, he wasn't too happy to see those power bombs.
I'm surprised didn't grab the ocean item, but I guess check the map
He'll
first
see.
if it's not.
Yeah,
a
I guess he'll
don't
see if it's
bother.
worth.
Or a major.
That's also kind of an ugly way back to. Oh, there's Meridia.
Yeah, actually, I had to double check. Like, oh,
Sponge
it's
is gonna check that too. I bet.
okay. Yeah, that was actually too awkward of a loop. Nitro didn't even want to do it.
Yeah. So
I mean, this
look at
item
those-
here is the only thing of value he got after the save. This was the only super pack. Everything else was power bomb.
That's actually a really good revert.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna go to Meridia now. It looks like.
Imagine this is the way. Did that spark work? I thought you had to. No, it does. So the way this is good for Sponge is if Kraid is early and then the map is really weird, and it's not looking like that's going to be the case. The map was fairly close.
Well, no, Kraid. We already saw Kraid.
Or right.
We
So
have all
it's the second part. If the map is awkward to get to, then that's really good for Sponge. But this looks very quick.
Yeah, because I imagine Sponge is going to do the same thing here too.
Yeah, you would 100% go to Meridia before you're going all the way back to ship.
Yep. Unless you're trying to like do some crazy zigzag strategy.
So Nitro's going to see nothing. There's a few majors. He might consider. Okay. I was going to say, might consider staying in the area, grabbing those two majors and leaving, but they're a little too bad. I still probably would have grabbed that X again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going back for this super for a third time.
Yeah. Funny. You just can't quit those supers.
Good Dragon fight, by the way, for Sponge. Doing some sparks. He had one spark into the ceiling, it looked like, but...
Yeah, a nice fight otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Still think that Nitro is slightly in the lead. Because
I think Nitro... I don't know, it took Sponge a while to get everything in criteria. It's not like Nitro will be able to do it significantly faster.
True. And Sponge does have space jump, which makes traversing a little bit better for Sponge as opposed to Nitro, who will get there a little bit slower.
Yeah, the better movement is definitely nice, but now Sponge also has to do something that took Nitro a while, which is get everything in Bryn, get that map.
Yeah. Nitro had a bit of a bad route getting to the Bryn map. I don't know if Sponge will have the same issues. Just depends on where he gets spit out here in Bryn.
Mm-hmm.
If this gets him close to what was that, Croc Speedway, then he doesn't double back at Kraid or at Mini Kraid twice. Oh my God, he's got a lot to cover here.
I mean, it's not as much as it looks like. If you remember, like a Croc Speedway.
Yeah.
There's this pivot save that Nitro reset to a few times.
Okay, so it's not terrible.
No.
Because then he'll go through Mini Kraid right here. No, he'll go through.
I think Nitro is actually getting to this criteria map a lot faster than Sponge did. I think Sponge, if I remember correctly, went to like the top of Main Street. Did all that. Nitro was able to handle this a lot better.
Yeah. Oh. Actually would have been best for Sponge to actually go all the way to Meridia at this point. Because at least he'd get Meridia knowledge instead of having to double back here.
I mean, it doesn't change too much, right? Because he'll
get the map here and then he'll just revert to the save. Was this Croc Speedway?
Mm-hmm.
So why did you say that? Why were you saying that it took Sponge a little bit longer to get to the map at Criteria?
I thought I saw Sponge going to like the top of Main Street and doing some traversal up there before he got to the correct route, whereas Nitro just ended up going straight to what ended up being the top of Red Tower. I could be wrong though.
Yeah.
This Criterion map is a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, because he'll get the map here, but there's still plenty of him to do before he clears it out. Like, Ridley is not...
Yeah, Ridley's like all the way up and to the right, and then Dragon's all the way down and to the right.
I also wonder if Sponge is going to be banking on finding charge, or let's say he gets the Bryn or the Meridian map and he decides to stay to look for X's. Whereas Nitro just leaves because he has charge already.
There are no X's here in Criteria, huh? Oh, but Sponge also did that Fantoon check, even though he already has Fantoon dead.
Yep.
you see West Ocean. It's just second nature at this point.
Right.
So used to Fantoon being here. I think this is just trying to find a safe way down.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, this is going to be climb. This is going to end up into climb supers.
Yeah, the loop to get back is pretty miserable, and it is not doable in reverse. Well, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, there are some interesting ways to do it, but you certainly wouldn't waste time. I don't think he has.
Sponge has got X-rays. He can do some of those interesting ways if he wants.
Yeah, I think you can get like X mode or something, and then use it to get a charge.
Can't you just get a blue?
You can also, oh yeah, you can also get a blue, which will allow you to jump through. But I'll let some of the more seasoned players,
more seasoned X-ray users,
yeah, let me know if that's a thing.
My thoughts are you use X-ray to get a like charge up in place, and then you can just jump out of the X-ray and do a speedball into the blocks.
Yeah, I think that was X mode. I'm not sure though.
Well, that wouldn't be X mode, I don't think. Either way, we're not going to bother with that, and that's for the better.
So yeah, it's a good save right there. I imagine Sponge is just going to do the same thing. He's going to grab this X.
I wonder if we see him grab this a couple times, like we saw Nitro.
He'll grab it twice, I think. I think he's in ammo mode. Like he's not gonna even bother picking up. Well, unless it's in the like right in his path, because there's a chance it could be ice, I guess, or charge. Like I don't think he goes like more than 2 rooms out of his way for a major.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it early. The big question is, does he get baited by some of those fairly close Meridia majors? Or does he just reset out? Because if he stays in Meridia, it's a little bit doomed, I think. Those are just too big of a time commitment compared to the fast and easy reset.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of concerned to see what he's going to do here.
Nice little mock there.
Oh, so those are the supers. So he's not gonna. I don't think he reverts from the map. I think he's gonna take his supers once he gets this. The good news is he's not gonna try to chase any majors. So
yeah, that's probably fine. I don't know.
Because yeah, the map is right here. I mean, I guess you would
the map
have
is
to.
just like a tile away from this, so it's not too far.
Yeah.
See it right there.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, not going for that one. The only one that's debatable is the one through, I believe that was Thread the Needle.
Thread? Yeah, I think that's Thread.
And then there's all the majors there. That was the wreck ship that Sponge needs to get to.
Yeah, he's just realizing that he missed. Oh, so he's gonna revert.
I like this reset. You have so many missiles that 25 supers is actually a pretty comfortable spot to be at.
You would need
there's another missile at the bottom of Spore Spawn super, just to the right.
Right. Okay, well that's good. The main concern was that he would start getting baited by those majors there, which looks like he was able to fight off that temptation pretty easily. Now it's just a matter of getting a wrecked ship. Unfortunately, that means a doubling back that Nitro doesn't have to do, and he does have charge. So I think Nitro would be perfectly. I mean, again, it's not going to be comfortable, but he could do a 40-20 with Spazer.
Well, some of that doubling back has to be done anyways, because Mother Brain is all the way on the other side of Norfair. We'll see.
But
we'll see if
Sponge has to go
here.
through Turian and wreck ship, and he's going to be baited by the wreck ship map instead of going to the right to see Kraid. So
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's not a fun.
The only way that doesn't happen, and I wonder if this is why Nitro played it like he did, is the only good save in the area is to the right. So Sponge might go for that, and then maybe ends up getting into Kraid. And if he does, then suddenly,
yeah,
really close
I mean
race.
that would be overtly cautious of him, unless he's also combining that with the fact that he might actually blind into it, which.
Well, yeah, you're thinking because the map is pretty far away.
Yeah.
So you're thinking like that save to pivot.
Oh, that's a good point, because you and I have done that to where it's like, okay, what if Kraid is right by us? Well, let me just go save. That's a fair point. So with that said,
is this super? It is.
Yeah. All right, so he's good. But yeah, this is going to be a Zeb skip issue again.
Yeah, I don't know if it's speed skippable or not. I haven't gotten a good look.
Anyone in chat know what the room before Mother Brain is? Or if there's actually a decent refill?
It's Halfy climb room. Is that the middle door or the bottom door? If it's the bottom door, it's easy.
Yeah. They have a runway.
Okay. So both runners are good on that.
That favors Sponge more given the 30 missiles, super missiles.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a longer fight for Nitro. Going to have to get some charge shots in. And this charge does not do a lot of damage.
Oh, no.
Sponge didn't even see the save.
Oh,
but
wait. Wait.
I think this is just a quick check, yeah.
Yeah. And there is a save. There's a save right by this entrance here from Turian. It would be quicker for him to do a revert to that instead of doing all this again. Though he does have screw attack. I don't know.
I think screw will make it a...
Because you can go through fast pillars.
That's right.
I don't know.
I think so. Nice reserve for Nitro. Really hoping for an E-Tank to refill. But no dice.
God, this is an awful loop for wreck ship map.
It's so bad. Sponge should know he has to go back up and to the right.
Yeah, doesn't even need to check the map because it's been pretty much one way.
Yeah, it's been one way and it's been way too far.
Also, a little surprised he didn't take that save right there too.
I think it's fine. I think he's thinking like if there's nothing on this side of wreck ship, he's just resetting to the entrance.
You got that. Oh,
not quite. Is this an E-Take right here? It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's Nitro's refill. Maybe that save was better. I forgot how long it still is.
Yeah, this has to be a revert.
But Sponge would revert to the entrance anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. That is an awful wreck ship.
And there's Kraid right there.
Oh, he's not reverting. He did. He saved Inturian right by the entrance. Oh, I mean, it's,
okay, yeah. He was double checking. That's a save.
I still think Nitro gets to Mother Brain at least like 3 minutes before Sponge does.
Yeah, Nitro's still in the lead.
Yeah.
I think it's closer than that, especially since Nitro's going to have a slower Mother Brain fight.
He will.
It's still going to be fairly quick, but won't be as quick as Sponge. The Sponge also needs a refill, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't spy any refills here. Yeah, here we are. So, actually, gonna be more than 3 minutes. Oh, I don't know. We'll see how fast it takes.
It's gonna be pretty fast for Sponge to get back. I think. Nice speed skip.
I forgot where the ship was.
It's it's like right behind Mother Brain, or right in front of it, I guess. It's to the left.
Oh, to the left. So like
This is gonna be an even shorter escape.
35 seconds, maybe. I don't know. I wonder how much not getting charged factored into Sponge's route here. It didn't seem like he went out of his way for majors or for ammo that much, but Nitro still finished. I think it's just going down to wreck ship first instead of avoiding this double back from Sponge. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, being able to do this right away is really valuable. Charge has turned out to be pretty valuable, and the worst part for Sponge is it was just right there. He could have gotten it the whole time.
Yeah, he just did not check that right there.
Ammo. All those Norfair majors were also really big, and you can say that was part of the charge play.
Oh yeah, because he was probably looking for charge or something, so he went to all that in Big Pink and whatnot. So that's pretty massive, actually.
Yeah, because Nitro did go for some other majors as well, the ones that were above wreck ship, and those didn't really get anything either. But
all right, there it is.
Nice and easy. Yeah, you see, Mother Brain is just right here at the entrance, and ship.
Fortunately, he needs
climb
ammo.
And to the left.
He's gonna have to get ammo here, maybe in Butterfly Room or something, because 29 and 25.
I think you got it 2 for 2. By the way, you said 35, right?
I did.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
It's just that easy. Where does Sponge refill?
No idea.
Butterfly Room?
Well, Butterfly is all the way over here, so that's
to the left instead. He's going to the right here, so maybe there's something here that I missed, but I don't think
I'm not sure. That's big pink. Goodness. Doesn't matter though. Nitro is done, finishing with an official time of 40 minutes and 44 seconds, and will take the series against Supersponge 2-0.
Crazy.
Nitro.
Nitro just pretty much
a big swig of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, of course.
Not sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
We
welcome in Supersponge and Nitro.
Hello.
Known as that guy in Discord, but that guy is Sponge, and there is Nitro as well. GG's to both of you guys.
Hello. GG's.
Nitro.
Oh, and I just turned on the stream. It was Coke this time. Derb, sorry.
No. I didn't get a good look at the logo. You're in the dark. I can't see.
Oh yeah, the filters probably make it all look the same.
Well, despite your caffeinated beverage of choice, it was quite an impressive run. There's nothing really bad that Sponge did as well, because they were all good routes. Nitro had slightly better routes. In terms of the second game, going to wreck ship early and getting charged. Sponge,
Sponge
major in Three Musketeers was charged.
Okay.
And
I forgot about that one now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Were
you looking for charge in Big Pink? Like, was that the main thing you were kind of hoping for?
Oh, when did I get to Big Pink?
Very early on.
Oh, yeah, mainly charge. Yeah, honestly, charge plasma. You know, in a dream world, that's what I get. But yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, and Nitro avoided going into Big Pink early, which kind of also provided the margin there as well.
Okay.
I did manage to skip skip a lot of the stuff in Norfair. So that charge gear was charge in Norfair, or was it in the previous zone? I can't.
No, it was in
It was in
Norfair,
Korea.
and
Yeah, it was in Norfair. So that little blindy there was pretty huge, wasn't it?
yeah, just to the left
Because,
of Bubble Mountain.
Yeah. Because with my route, I pretty much like committed to skipping everything in Norfair, but I hit the charge blind before the map, so that it was extremely helpful.
Yeah, because it is a
Yeah,
little
was-
awkward to get back to, especially since Sponge checked Turian before going
Oh,
back
sorry,
to
it was
Oh,
Turian. Right, it was Turian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was okay. It was in Tori. Never mind. That makes
well
more
paused,
sense.
by the way, holy.
Yeah, I was
1 minute,
thinking
12
it was
seconds.
before the zone. Wait, I actually need to look the map. I'm a little confused actually, because I know it was off Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, Bubble Mountain was in Turian, and then there was the tube up to Norfair. And Sponge did that before getting back to Bubble Mountain, but never ended up going to
interesting.
Three Musketeers.
Oh, so this was just like double suit early game divergence then.
Yeah.
Because I got that charge like minute 2 probably. Right.
It was very early.
Yeah.
It was my intention to go get that at some point, but yeah, it slipped the mind, and there I went.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So you last located Kraid then as well, I imagine.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
He ended up taking the fun route to the map, as
That's
well
right.
as you. Nitro.
Yeah, that was straight vibes. That was straight vibes in Wreck Ship. Don't seriously
Wait,
ask any
Nitro,
questions.
I think you actually blinded Kraid.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
blinded
and
Kraid.
He blinded Kraid and then went for the map anyways.
Yeah,
Which you had
just
to at
because you
that
didn't know
point,
if there
but-
was something else there. I mean, we did have like what 2 bosses in Wreck Ship last seed, so you know.
This Wreck Ship is so funny. What even is this zone? Do you see this? This is so silly. So the actual reason I went right at the start is because the map's way over there. It's Wreck Ship. I'm like, okay, the
So you
right's
had to
just going to
save,
dead end.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that the right, it's just going to dead end really fast to the right. So I just want to see the dead end and move on. But that didn't happen. It just keeps going for 10 years to the right. And I was just sunk cost vibrating at that point.
Yeah. You actually did, even though you blinded Kraid, you actually explored more of Wreck Ship than Sponge did. Obviously, Sponge knew what the objectives were, so as soon as he got Kraid, he just turned back. Oh, that was also after he got the map anyway. So
Yeah,
that was like a
sure.
2-second save for him, because I think you went past like Pit Pirates and everything, and even past the pre-high jump
yeah.
double item room.
Yeah. Yeah, I did all that.
God,
For
what
no
a
reason.
fun little Wreck Ship that is.
Yeah, it's a very silly zone. It's a pretty cool double suit seed though, with like all the stuff in your face right at the beginning. It was pretty difficult to decide what to do.
Right.
But I decided leaving Wreck Ship behind was too big of a risk, so I went back for that first, and that ended up paying out big time.
Sponge, were you banking on Wreck Ship just not having anything, or maybe thinking that Wreck Ship could be a central hub, and the more you got deeper into the seed, you're just like, what if I
Yeah,
left Wreck Ship behind and it has something?
I was kind of banking on my upper tour to end sooner than it did. It just kind of kept going and going,
Yeah.
which you should kind of
Mhm.
expect, given Wreck Ship generally isn't a multi-zone connection. It's usually
Yeah.
just a dead end kind of thing.
Yeah,
But,
it definitely feels like a dead end here, but it totally could have been the other way though. It's always
Sure.
possible.
But yeah, just with what I had, because I went to the right initially and dead ended in Green Hills and Croc. And it's like, okay, well,
Yep.
can't do anything here, so just reset and just kind of moved on from there.
Mhm.
Not to
Wrote it
keep
off.
beating the charge point home, but I think above Wreck Ship there was a Croc with a major, so that also kind of incentivized Nitro to go
Yep.
that way with the
There were two
charge.
majors
Oh.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had charge for Croc as well. Yeah, I mean, even doing the Croc at all is kind of weird. I think a lot of people wouldn't do that. But just because of all the stuff in Norfair, like there's so much stuff in Norfair, right? Like why would you pick to do the Croc Major? And the reason is because Wreck Ship. Like I'm just playing for Wreck Ship to have a boss. And if it does, then that route is good. And I may as well do Croc on the way if I am, because any beam is huge if it's there.
What was
And
the
it was.
Best one.
Yeah, that was
Phaser.
Phaser. And it's funny, like that probably looks like that was like a bad thing to get there, but low-key Spazer was like actually the MVP of the seed for me. Besides the charge, of course. Like obviously charge is huge. But if I didn't have that Spazer, it would be the seed would have been a lot worse for me.
You'd probably be prioritizing X's.
Yeah.
Or you probably would go into Big Pink thinking that you can get a beam there, which there's Wave, I think.
Yeah, I just would have had to check way more stuff along the way. But since I had Spazer, I could just mid-ground everything and skip like all the X's and all the majors, which was really good.
You had like 15 supers as well. There were so many X's in Turian.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. It was cool.
Not much
Both
more to
these
say
seeds
about
were
that speed.
pretty fun, I think.
I think
Yeah,
game
the
one
first-
was a similar story where you two went different routes basically right out of the gate. I think Nitro, you went up to Norfair, Sponge went down to Bryn, and Norfair ended up having a crazy amount of majors, like both Zeb skip items and gravity that Sponge just couldn't get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
by
meant
the
to
time-
look. Which way were you supposed to go? Did you get your supers quickly in Brinstar? I don't actually remember.
I ended up doing a bit of a hell run and then X-ray climbing up Edikun E-Tank to get supers there,
Okay.
past Baby.
So my
it didn't-
supers were probably the logical ones then.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
didn't feel logical.
I think you could have just gone the other way through single chamber, unless there was something blocking that I missed.
Let's look. Mm,
Single chamber. Yeah, because that connected to Big Pink. You probably could have gone through the power bomb door because the second from the top on the left is the single chamber, the one with all the heated rooms.
Or
Wait, what are we talking about?
not
Game
single
one.
chamber. What room was right before bottom of Edikuni tank?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of
Yeah, there is a hell run. It was, I think it was,
It was Rising Tide, I think, into Croc.
yeah, Rising
Yeah.
Tide, Croc Speedway into
Yep.
Magdalite room.
and then there's
Yeah.
a baby in there too.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a baby skip the way back, which is annoying.
Well, or you go up to Wreck Ship and get Varia.
Was Vari in
Oh.
Rex ship? I don't remember actually.
I'm pretty
yeah,
It was down the sandpit, right?
No, because I did
Oh.
Rex ship later. No, it was here
Oh.
in Brinstar. Yeah, it was down
It
the
was
sandpit.
in
That's
Bryn.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
that's right.
Well,
Yeah, I think
But nothing.
now that
else.
I'm remembering, yeah, it was Charge that was in Rex ship, which was the huge bailout for me.
Yeah.
I mean that it was last, basically last location because I collected all the majors. So by the time I was entering Rex ship, I had only Charge and Spring Ball left, and they were both in Rex ship, which was nice. And we also won the 50-50 of Charge being at GT, which was pretty sick.
Yeah. Nitro, were you considering going to Meridia versus Rex Ship? Like,
Yes.
was that a serious thought in your mind?
Yes, it was. It was a pretty tough. It was a pretty tough decision in this case
Can you
because
look how
Crate is
close the
really.
Meridian map was, by the way.
Yeah, I don't actually know what Meridia looks like because, I just got created and left.
Yeah. So if you, yeah.
Oh, you
there-
also did that sponge. Okay, so neither of us
Yep.
did it. Okay. That
No,
that makes
I-
sense then. That's
I think
I
if
kind
you
of
go
felt.
to Meridia, yeah, if you go to Meridia first, Nitro, I think you're in danger because you don't have
Mhm.
charge, and you probably, I don't know what it looks like, but you probably go through and try to get X's, or if there's another. I think we found all the majors at that point, or like we knew of them as commentators, so there wasn't going to be any majors. So maybe you just bailed out, but
Yeah,
I mean,
there wouldn't
you're
be
gonna go into Meridia to try to
anything.
get the map, and that's not a close
Yeah.
map.
It would be empty. It would just be you have to get the map and then walk it out because I wouldn't have a save after Crade. I don't know. It might actually not even be worse. I think it would actually be better. I mean, it just depends on if the Meridia map is reachable. If it's like a bunch of heat there and you can't get it reasonably, then
Well,
you'd be screwed.
do you see how that Meridian and Criteria kind of connect? You see how Criteria kind of sticks out and like doesn't allow you to just go straight down from Crate down to the map? It
That's
seems like you'd have
actually
to go
very
left,
true.
down, and then right.
Yeah, there's a good chance that is horrible, isn't it?
Because there's oh my
Oh
god.
god, yeah. Yeah, because it's literally wait. I'm actually so curious what this is. 'Cause this is
That's
crazy.
actually really awful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It looks
I need to look
terrible.
at the spoiler log.
Well, I'm running it. I'm running it too. I'm
Investigate.
gonna find
Oh
out.
no, we do have climb.
Yeah, it seems like it has to be some crazy massive hook.
Sponge Bowling had gravity. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
There was no way you were
Okay.
gonna go get that at that late in the seed.
Nope. No.
Yeah, I
these
think-
are all just
So from what it looked like when I opened the stream after, it looked like Sponge was like pretty close. So I kind of think that I like the grav and speed saved a lot of time basically, because I didn't think I played. To be completely honest, I didn't think I played the seed very well. There was like a lot of things that didn't go very well.
I mean,
And
it was like a 40-minute seed for you. That looked to me and Derp. I mean, Derp could probably. It was a pretty impressive route.
Yeah, the route was good, but I definitely lost like at least 3 minutes to like random skill issues, I think. And I was kind of thinking, of course, hindsight wise, I was kind of thinking that last load in Kate and Kraid was like game over. That didn't matter, of course. It turns out though.
Looks like, hey, we might get some bonus content. Looks like we're going to see what Meridia looks like.
Oh,
It's really hard to not last location crate in this seed, I feel, because it's hard to
Yeah.
jump by going to Meridia when the other two are so close to each other.
I don't think I was considering doing Meridia on the way down, instead of like even going to Brinstar, but I think the reason I didn't is just because Brinstar was available earlier, right? So I'm wanting to cover that. Okay, well, it's immediately Lava Dive, which is big bad news.
Well, what did we have at the time? You would have had just gravity.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Right.
have. I don't know how many tanks I had. It probably wasn't great though.
Yeah, and
Oh my
with no save, it's possible. I mean, there is a non-zero chance that you turn back, but and then go to wreck ship instead. And
Yeah, I
then
guess if you just like do Kraid, get blocked, turn back, that's actually kind of crazy then,
My
right?
God, this might genuinely be the most unhinged map that's ever been rolled. The stream's like far behind, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna spoil. I'm just gonna let it play out.
because right now you almost I
see.
thought you were gonna zombie crate for a
Yeah.
second.
Oh yeah, don't look at the crit fight. Actually, avert your gaze for now. There's nothing. There's nothing to look at.
Nothing happened.
looking. Do.
You
Yeah,
lost to
this
this
is-
Sponge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
is
lost
not.
to this.
This
Oh,
is
man.
non-tournament gameplay right here. This doesn't
Hey.
count.
As long as you don't look at my Fantoon, we're even.
Oh, I had
Yeah, look,
no.
Nitro's
Game
game two
game
Fantoon.
one, it was probably worse. I had genuinely like the worst 5 missile Fantoon of actual all time.
All right,
five
so
minutes.
we have Lava Dive into not Plower House, the
Yeah.
Meta Knight room into
It's a pre-flower.
Oh.
Green Hill.
Two, of course.
Okay. Looks great. Looks great.
We're going up left now.
Yep, of course. Of course, to get to the map that's just beneath us. Well, it was.
And
Oh,
we're
yeah, keep
still going.
left.
Just look at this pause. Like, what
Oh
is
my
that?
god.
Oh, Main Street.
Not even top
Oh.
of Main Street, of course.
Oh, and then a pivot save at worst room in the game.
Oh, what a beautiful map. While we get here,
That's my fault.
and go ahead and ask the runners. Actually, I need to look at the brackets. I believe
It's Aussie. I'm
you're
getting
playing Aussie
fed
here,
to
right?
the wolves here.
Oh,
Goodness. I
And
know
Sponge.
you faced Aussie in the. Oh my god.
I faced Aussie in both tournaments, and I got I lost both times, basically.
It's third time's the
Aussie,
charm? Question mark?
maybe. Aussie is the one player that obviously, like, I can definitely win. I'm not doom and gloom already. But historically, even in like regular races and stuff, I have a very poor record against Aussie. He is by far my worst matchup, which is not surprising. He's the best player, so that's to be expected. But yeah, that'll be a really tough one. Hopefully, a good one as well. I think,
And then-
you know, not to downplay Aussie because he is the GOAT, but he did look a little bit shaky in his last match that I watched. I won't lie. So maybe there's a
And Mo
chance.
took a game off of him, so it's, you know, he's very tough, but like the top 8 can all take games off of each other, you know, so it would be the craziest thing in the world if it got very competitive.
Yeah, this is just a great map. If you go here, it's actually instant game over. If
Oh
you
my
enter
god.
Vernia.
Yeah, right now we're at
Brook ship.
Halfy
Oh,
room.
oh my god.
Sponge will play one of Derp, Techno Waffle, Andy, or Lunix.
Oh
in
boy.
the lower bracket.
Yeah, that's rough, but you're still in a good spot to make top 8, right? Like, especially for being not. I think you're not seated top 8, right? I think you were like 12
No, I was
seed or
like
something.
12.
12.
Yep.
Yeah. So like you're in a pretty good spot, all things considered. But what's really crazy about that is, you know, it's really a testament to just like how good everybody has gotten. Is that of those 5 players that you just named, all of which are like all 5 of those players are top level players. 4 of them will be in silver bracket. Only one of them can make top 8, which is really, really quite something.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well, I
sick
think
map.
That is a great map.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
There's not even anything else. You've already seen everything
Yeah,
on the way to
it's
the map. pretty
completely
much.
empty. Nothing else. No major.
So yeah, if you get stuck looking for this map,
Yep.
and Sponge doesn't have to because he last boss Kraid, I mean, that could be a different thing. But, you know, that's just what happens sometimes. It would have made for a very entertaining live feed, but
It probably would have,
wouldn't have
but I was
enjoyed
going to
it.
say, yeah, I think we can be glad that we both didn't do that.
yeah. We like nice, calm
hmm
maps around here.
All right. Well, anyway, GG Sponge. It was
GG's
fun
Nitro.
races. And best of luck against whoever you have to face,
Best of luck to you as well.
which will be
Aussie's gonna
Derb,
be
probably.
tough.
I mean, let's be honest.
Most likely, I
no.
think, but you never know.
You know, scary. He's higher suited than me.
No, yeah, it could genuinely be any of the 4 of them for sure.
All right. I guess I'll just make it official. Any final words from you guys or anything else?
No, GG's. Thanks to you both. It's a great comms team, and Rubu as well. Always doing a great job. And yeah, GG's.
Pretty much exactly what Nitro said. I know that's the cheater way out, but
Mm.
otherwise
Man, a
it's a
few
broken
words.
record.
Man, a few
Oh, you
words,
know.
that Sponge. All right. Derp, anything?
I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Best of luck to you guys. Thank you to Rubu again for tracking. Thanks for Derp for co-commenting. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for Phoenix for being the admin for this, and of course for SpeedGaming and for chat. Rubu posted CNR. Please follow the runners and the comms, but mostly the runners. 2 very good ones here. Plenty of map rando tournament going on. I believe right now it's Ralix and Lynx. That is a banger of a matchup.
Going on right
so
now.
head on over to Speed. Is it on right now? SpeedGaming 5, it looks like.
Yep, SG5.
Yeah, head
Game
on
two
over
just
there.
Started, so hurry
Yeah,
up.
so go check them out. Lots more this weekend. Gold bracket mostly for this weekend, and then we'll open back up potentially the silver bracket as well as the bronze, and copper will be getting back into action after a week off. Sponge and Nitro will both be taking next week off, I believe, too, to let some of the bracket form. So
I'll lick my
for
wounds.
Derp, Rubu, and for Sponge and Nitro, D-Rocky Lizard here. We will see you again shortly. See you.